I'm a bit late to do a review on this one because it was testing week at my school, but last week I did see Fast X, and so here are my full thoughts on it. Hi, my name is Ethan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Fast X. Also, over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Click that like button, be sure to subscribe, because it really does help a lot. And with that said, let's just get it straight into the review. And to me, this is what I would say is another stupid but fun film in the Fast and Furious franchise. And when you're going into a Fast and Furious movie, you're just expecting just some schlocky, dumb fun, and that's exactly what this movie delivers, just like all the rest of the other movies in the franchise. But what really I thought worked about this movie was that it reminded me of some of the glory days of the franchise. This franchise, of course, peaked with like 5, 6, and 7, and I would say after that, with Fate of the Furious, F9, they've kind of lost some of that. They got a bit silly. F9, of course, had space cars and stuff like that. And to me, this one reminded me of the glory days, that era of Fast and Furious movies, where it's less ridiculous than F9, of course, and it's just street level ridiculous. Not to say that it's being serious, but there's certainly a grounded level here that is not space cars. And so it reminded me of those days of the franchise. And that's what I appreciated, is that it's a less cartoonish film than movies like F9. And that's what I really appreciated that. Also, very much this movie is a continuation of the franchise, but also mainly a continuation of Fast 5. And if you've seen the trailer and stuff like that, and if you've seen the movie, you know the movie is about Dante, Jason Momoa's character as the villain, going to get revenge on Dom and the family. And I think that it finds good ways to continue this story, make it into a revenge plot. And we've gotten revenge plots before in this franchise, like with Furious 7. But this one, you actually feel like it's a revenge plot. It actually focuses it on the revenge plot. That's its first focus in this film. And so, I thought it found some ways to continue Fast 5 in a new and interesting way. Along with that, Jason Momoa is a great villain as Dante. He just steals every scene he's in. You can tell he's having a blast behind the camera, or, in front of the character. And you could just tell Jason Momoa gives it his all. He's the standout of every scene. He's so despicable and evil while being fun and charming that he makes Cypher, the big bad of the last few films, look like not even a villain anymore. Look kind of like he's that despicable in this film. And so I just love what they did with Jason Momoa in this movie. He was the standout. Also, I appreciated how the stakes were more personal in this film, where it's truly a danger to the family. For most of the runtime of this movie, they are split up in different locations, and I think in doing so, it has a bit more personal of stakes that it has, and so I thought that element worked for me, and the story is actually memorable and interesting, where you have somebody who wants to get revenge on another person, but since the family is split up, I appreciated that there was not that one plot line that like knocked it down. Like, I'm just like, oh, we're going back to this one. No, I think each of them has this little moment that makes it funny, that makes it entertaining, and it has a more interesting ending. Let's just say it has a more interesting ending to the Fast and Furious franchise. That I appreciate that this is the last stretch of the saga, these last 3 films, Fast 10, 11, and 9. I mean, 10, 11, and 12. And I appreciated that the ending was a little bit more interesting, kind of like the Infinity Saga ending. And so, that's what I really enjoyed about this movie. Not great cinema, but very enjoyable, fun film. And with a Fast and Furious movie, I don't want to nitpick it or anything like that, but let's just say that I don't buy that certain characters, stuff happens to certain characters. I don't want to go into spoilers on this, and I'm not going to go into spoilers on this, but certain characters, things will happen to them where I just don't buy it. I feel like they'll be brought back in another film, and so, because they keep bringing characters back who have previously died in the franchise. For example, Han, they brought him back in F9, and so I just don't buy that things happen to certain characters in this movie. And so, in general, not great cinema, but I did have a lot of positive things to say about this movie, and it's a very entertaining, fun action movie. I'm going to go a B on this one. Not great cinema, like I said, but still fun film. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on F9. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of it over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around again. I will see you in the next one.